Barteville architects are being advised to boil their water before using it, and President Donald Trump plans to make an appearance at the United Nations General Assembly today.
The 71st Annual Primetime Emmy Awards took place last night, and while the cast of one legendary show said a final goodbye, one actor was saying a very historic hello.
Plus, I'll be Calvin with a look at the latest weather forecast, while James Farrar has a new sports update.
All that and more, the Bipsy News starts now.
From the studios at Bossier Parish Community College, this is Bipsy News.
Welcome to the Bipsy News, and thank you for joining us. It's Monday, September 23rd. I'm Jilian Rogers.
And I'm Shaquille Jefferson. So, Jilian, tell us what's going on around campus.
Today is National Snack Stick Day, and as part of the Something New and Different series, students are encouraged to stop by Building F and enjoy a free snack stick of their very own. Primarily made of beef or pork, snack sticks harken back to the days when families would preserve quantities of meat through smoking and aging. Now, snack sticks are just a good source of protein that come available in a variety of flavors and sizes to provide convenience for busy people on the go.
In honor of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, the Office of Student Life is currently sponsoring a Caring Cavaliers Kids Activities Drive to benefit patients at the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital affiliate clinic at Feist Wheeler. The drive runs through September 27th, and items being accepted include puzzles, board and card games, Play-Doh, crafts kits, and coloring books with markers or crayons. All items must be new and in the original packing. Monetary donations are also accepted. Donations can be dropped off in the Student Life office in Building F, Room 220. Office hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Bossier Parish Community College is teaming up with Willis Knighton and will be offering flu shots to faculty, staff, and students on Monday, October 14th. The shot is free with proof of insurance or $35 without insurance, and everyone must provide a picture ID.
The Rotaract Club of Bipsy has partnered with the Food Bank of Northwest Louisiana to create an emergency food pantry that will help serve Bipsy students who have food insecurities. The pantry will be open for the fall 2019 semester on Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., as well as on Fridays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and is located in Building D, Room 113. The pantry is free to those who are eligible, and for more information, contact Kelly McDade at 318-678-6224.
Stay tuned as Abby Colvin starts off the new week with your current weather forecast.
And later on today marks the first official full day of fall.
Colvin with Bipsy Weather, and we'll be back after the break.
I'm Brandon Hughes, majoring in sound recording technology. I'm a freshman here at Bipsy, so this is my first time actually learning anything with Pro Tools and the recording part of the music. And this is fun because music is my passion, so it's always nice to wake up, come to school, and all you got to do is just work on music. I'm in sound system design right now, which is building studios, all the acoustic things with that. So I'll have the knowledge to, hopefully build my own studio and be able to work in that. Man, I'm learning everything in the business when it comes to labels, how they work, marketing of everything. I'm even learning about the press. It's like a family.
Hi, I'm Michael DeArmond, and I am a sophomore here at Bossier Parish Community College. I'm majoring in communications, and my experiences here at Bipsy has been an incredible experience. The staff, the students, just the things that I'm learning concerning audio and sound recording and film. It's an incredible way for me to go, and I think that if you chose to do communications here at Bossier Parish Community College, you would feel the same way that I do. If you were to come here to Bipsy to get a degree in communications, i.e. the sound and recording, then they have a wonderful recording facility here. They use the most advanced technical equipment that's involved, Pro Tools. All their editing equipment is awesome. The teachers are here on hand that are very knowledgeable in their field, and so it's just all wonderful experience for a young person or even a person of my age to come in. There's always something to learn that's new in the industry.
Bossier Parish Community College, the fastest growing community college in the nation. Wonder why?
The arts are crucial to Bossier Parish Community College. We provide opportunities to our students in film, in television, in acting, in music. They get that training here at BIPSI with direct, hands-on approach. They can then take that training back out into the community and get a job.
Here at Bossier Parish Community College, there are so many opportunities and classes that are offered to you. It's like the whole world of theater is right here at BIPSI.
Check us out. You'll understand why.
This is Abby Caldwell in BIPSI weather, and today is the first day of fall. Now let's take a look at the current temperatures. In Marshall, it's 78. In Nacogdoches, it's 80. In Texarkana, Ruston, and Minden, it's 82. And in Natchitoches, it's 85. Now let's head over to BIPSI. It's partly cloudy here with 90 degrees. The humidity is 76%. The dew point is 74 degrees, and the wind's coming in west at 8 miles per hour. And the sun sets at 7:12 p.m. Now let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. On Tuesday, it's partly cloudy with a 15% chance of rain with a high of 92 and a low of 72. On Wednesday, it's partly cloudy again with a 5% chance of rain with a high of 92 and a low of 71. Thursday, there's a 5% chance of rain with a high of 92 and a low of 70. Friday, it's partly cloudy with a 5% chance of rain with a high of 89 and a low of 71. And Saturday, it's partly cloudy with 25% chance of rain with a high of 90 and a low of 72. This was Abby Colvin. Let's take it back to the news desk.
Say goodbye to summer. It's officially fall, y'all. The autumnal equinox begins today at 5:30 a.m. Eastern. This is the midpoint between the longest and shortest days of the year. It's the moment when the sun is directly over the equator and the earth gets nearly the same amount of daylight and darkness. Even though fall is here, it still may feel summer-like for a little longer. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, much of the U.S. will have warmer than normal temperatures for the part of the fall.
The Princeton area is undergoing a boil advisory as water line repairs have the water on the main line shut off until they are finished, which is expected to be later today. The areas affected include Highway 80 between the 54 and 5800 blocks, Walnut Ridge Lane Apartments, and Garrison Road. All consumers are recommended to disinfect their water before using it by boiling the water for at least 1 full minute. Any water that is going to be used in drinks, ice, teeth brushing, or food preparation should all be boiled as well.
Repeat offenders to Bossier Parish's Property Standards Ordinance could find themselves a little light in the wallet after a proposal from the Parish Police Juries, Road, and Subdivision Regulations Committee was approved last week. The new proposal would have increasing fines to those who fail to keep up with the current property standards, a $50 fine on someone's second offense, a $100 fine for the third-time violators, and fines would continue to increase by additional $50 for each complaint. A first offense would just be a warning, though. Property standards are basic maintenance standards for private properties and were established to help protect the health and safety of the community. They include basic yard maintenance, keeping property free of litter and debris and other junk, and making sure that the vehicles out in front of your home actually run. According to committee chairman Glenn Benton, most property standard violators are repeat offenders.
The Chick-fil-A location in Bossier City hasn't been reopened that long, but if you thought the company was going to enjoy having both stores in the area open for a while, think again. Visitors to the Shreveport location on Uri Drive were greeted with a notice on the front door informing them that the location was being closed for remodel following Wednesday's lunch shift and would be open again before Thanksgiving.
Football, mild weather, the glorious change in leaves nature offers. There's so much to love about the fall, but millions of people with fall allergies tell a very different story. So how can allergy sufferers find relief from their symptoms? With more on this, Holly Pfeiffer in today's Health Minute.
Ann Corbett loves the fall, walking, hiking, camping, and tailgating.
Sometimes that's been really tough because of my allergies, because just standing outside can make them happen.
Since her teens, year-round allergies slowed her down. In fall, a major culprit, ragweed. In addition, mold spores can often be found on fallen leaves, and as a result,
it's very common for people who have year-round allergies to have worsening of their symptoms during the fall as well as spring.
Dr. Alan Redding tells patients there are some steps they can take that can help, including buying HEPA air filters, using a saline nasal spray, avoiding raking or bagging leaves if they have a sensitivity to mold, or using a mask. And
if they need to work outdoors or spend significant amounts of time outdoors, it's best that they do that later in the day.
Redding says these tips may help with mild symptoms, but see a board-certified allergist if symptoms are more severe, like in Ann's case. She started on allergy shots almost 2 years ago. The immunotherapy works by gradually reducing a person's sensitivity to their allergens.
The shots have been life-changing.
She can now enjoy all that the season has to offer. For today's Health Minute, I'm Holly Furfer.
Coming up, President Trump is attending the United Nations General Assembly.
But first, let's see what James Farrar has today in the world of sports.
Stay tuned, because coming up after the break, we've got 2 epic football comebacks from over the weekend that you simply have to see to believe.
I teach a wide variety of things, including film editing, directing, documentary making, lighting. I fell in love with art as a young child, and it's just always something that has stuck with me.
You know, I love the whole process of going on set, going back into the editing room, telling a story. That's what I really love about film.
I got laid off from my job, and I figured this was the perfect opportunity to go to school to get a degree for it.
As a kid, I was really into geeky stuff. I couldn't think of anything else that I would rather do.
They really provide you with the equipment and you know, the necessary tools in order to, you know, advance in a career, especially in communications field.
Well, one thing that really drew me to video production especially is it's just a way to reach people. And as someone who likes to communicate with other people, I felt that mass communication, especially broadcasting, was a tool that I could use.
You get some hands-on experience. They've got good stuff to work with. They really know what they're doing, and they're willing to pass it on.
When our students leave Bossier Parish Community College, they are equipped to get a job immediately, or they can move on to a 4-year degree.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
But it would be safe to keep your distance until there's no secret that laughter makes you smile. Reliable sources say that chicken soup has found their way out of this.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm James Farrar with today's Sports Update. Heading into yesterday's games, the biggest story of the NFL's week was a pair of record high point spreads as teams near the bottom continued to tank and teams near the top continued to win. Or at least it would have been had it not been for a rookie quarterback taking over for a 2-time Super Bowl MVP in the country's largest media market. That's right, yesterday finally got here and the New York Giants got to see what their future face of the franchise looks like. The game, as is usually the case with rookie QBs, had some good, some bad, and plenty that, well, no one will ever remember. But one thing that New Yorkers won't forget anytime soon is what Jones was able to pull off, leading the team back from an 18-point second-half deficit that included scoring the game-winning touchdown himself on a 7-yard scramble on 4th down with just a minute and 16 seconds remaining. The win is the Giants' first of the year, and Jones joined Eric Hipple as the only two men since the 1970 merger to account for 2 rushing and 2 passing touchdowns in their first career start. As impressive as that comeback was, it had nothing on what the college kids from UCLA pulled off while most of the country was asleep Saturday night and into Sunday morning. To say it's not been a good start for Chip Kelly's Bruins this season would be putting it mildly. The team had scored a total of 42 points combined in their 3 losses so far, and they were heading towards a 4th straight loss in the game Saturday night in Washington against number 19 Washington State. With under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Cougars were up 49-17, and it was beginning to be fair to wonder if Chip Kelly was even going to make it to the locker room following the game, or if he'd be fired right there on the field the second the game ended. Someone forgot to tell UCLA it was over, though, because when Bruins quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson found Demetric Felton in the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown with 67 seconds left in the game, it capped a 67-63 UCLA win that saw the Bruins overcome a 32-point second-half deficit and score 50 points in the half alone. That's 8 more in just 2 quarters than it had scored in the first 12 quarters of the year combined. UCLA was also able to overcome a school record 9 touchdown passes by Washington State QB Anthony Gordon. The 9 TDs went with his 570 yards passing, and it was still not enough to hold a 32-point lead in the second half against a team that had lost 13 of its last 16 games dating back to last season. Well, that's all for today's Sports Update. I'm James Farrar. Now let's get you back over to the news desk.
President Donald Trump will be in New York for the most of the week, among other world leaders participating in the 74th Annual United Nations General Assembly. Today, a climate action summit is on the agenda. However, Trump won't be taking part. He's skipping the climate summit and instead hosting a session on religious persecution. Another issue expected to be discussed over the next few days is the tension between the U.S. and Iran. U.S. officials, including Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, blame Iran for the recent attack on Saudi oil facilities. Iran denies being behind the strike. President Trump says he doesn't plan on meeting with Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, but he didn't exactly rule it out.
It's the 16th straight week of pro-democracy protests. It started with a demonstration in a shopping mall. Hundreds of people gathered in the center of the mall, chanting and making origami signs. They were hoping to cause disruptions for stores they claim are pro-Beijing. Some demonstrators trampled a Chinese flag. Police cleared that group out, but other groups of masked people returned, building barricades, smashing displays, overturning trash cans, and ripping down signs. There is also more violence on the streets of Hong Kong. Earlier, police sprayed tear gas at protesters after fires were started in the streets. A shelter dog gets an unlikely roommate, and you won't believe the latest Halloween costume that's trending. Coming up in today's Take a Look at This.
A Kansas City man moved in with a shelter dog to help her find a home. Queen has spent more than 400 nights at the Great Plains SPCA, so animal advocate Scott Poor decided to move in and keep her company while she waits.
I just can't figure out why she's not getting adopted.
He says Queen is a loving dog, and he hopes the extra exposure might generate some leads for his new roommate and dogs like her.
Queen is really speaking for all long-term shelter dogs. They're kind of the forgotten ones.
Call this one Mr. Raccoon's Wild Ride. A Wonder Bread delivery truck driver in Florida was filled with wonder when he spotted a raccoon hanging onto his truck, reportedly at speeds of over 50 miles an hour.
911, what is your emergency?
Yeah, I didn't know who to call, but I have a raccoon on top of my bread truck.
The driver says the stubborn stowaway held on for a total of 16 miles before disappearing. Well, consider your childhood ruined. There are now sexy Mr. Rogers Halloween costumes for sale, and they cannot be unseen. The costume is called Nicest Neighbor and features a red sweater crop top, shorty short shorts, and even hand puppets. So help me, hand puppets! And if this saucy costume has taken you aback, you aren't alone. Twitter is a mixed bag of emotions. Reactions like, there are no words, and we are all doomed. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
One final break, but as soon as we get back, how one actor made history last night.
Plus, Abby Colvin with one final look at the forecast, so stay tuned.
If you're into basketball for fun and fitness, or would like to be, heeding a few hints can help you up your game. First, when shooting, square up to the basket with both feet pointing at it. Make sure your power is coming from your legs, not your arms, and remember to follow through on your shot. Next, for your passes to be more than passable, don't throw directly at the players you want to catch them. Throw to where those players will be, so no one has to slow down to catch the pass. When your teammates have the ball, create passing lanes so they can hit you with the pass. Use your hands to create targets. Don't watch the ball when you dribble it. Keep your head up. Also, try to learn to dribble with either hand. When playing defense, know where your opponents are. When a shot goes up, face the basket while boxing the closest opponent out. That way, even if you don't catch the rebound, perhaps a teammate will.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our determination, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Imagine taking a child to the doctor thinking she has an infection, only to discover it's type 1 diabetes and your health insurance doesn't cover all the costs. That's what happened to 5-year-old Karis Bell. Fortunately, when health insurance is not enough, a HealthWell Foundation Pediatric Assistance Grant can help. The nonprofit group helps pay for Karis's supplies, including an insulin monitor and the co-insurance for her hospital and clinic visits. You can help change a child's life by giving to the Pediatric Assistance Fund at healthwellfoundation.org.
I remember the moment clearly.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
I realized at that moment, when we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Hey, young man. Oh yes, I'm talking to you. If you're turning 18, you need to register with the Selective Service System. Why? Because it's the law, and failure to register can result in permanent loss of college loans and grants, job training and certification programs, and hundreds of thousands of federal, state, and local jobs. If you're an immigrant, failure to register could derail your citizenship process, so please register. 45 seconds online at sss.gov or registration at any post office can save 45 years of hassles.
Billy Porter had a night to remember at last night's 71st Annual Primetime Emmy Awards. Porter picked up his first Emmy Award when he won Best Actor in a Drama Series for his portrayal of Pray Tell in the FX series Pose, and in doing so made history. With the win, Porter becomes the first openly gay black man to win the Best Actor Emmy. He had already broken barriers by being nominated in the category, which was also a first. Porter told reporters in the press room afterwards that he has had a hard time as an out black gay actor, and to have this come around at this time and in this way was really profound and something he doesn't take lightly. He hopes this win will inspire others in the LGBTQ acting community of all colors to look at him and know they can do it too.
Game of Thrones may have ended in May, but that didn't stop the cast and crew from owning the night at last night's Emmy Awards. The show's final season was nominated in 32 different categories and took home 12 wins, including Outstanding Supporting Actor for Peter Dinklage and the biggest awards, Outstanding Drama Series. Of the entire 8-season run, the show collected a total of 161 Emmy nominations and compiled 47 wins. That wasn't all, though, as the cast members were reunited on stage one final time to say thank you and bid the show a proper farewell to a standing ovation from the audience. After the criticism the show received following the series finale, the moment last night gave fans and cast both a much more positive final image for one of the most popular shows of all time to go out on.
The 71st Primetime Emmy Awards celebrated both newer television shows on the rise and classic series saying goodbye. David Daniel has a look at Sunday night's big award show.
I find writing really, really hard and really painful.
Nevertheless, Fleabag creator and star Phoebe Waller-Bridge won her first Emmy for writing, then another for lead actress in a comedy series.
I find acting really hard and really painful.
And then returned to the stage when Fleabag won Outstanding Comedy Series.
But this is just getting ridiculous.
First-time winners in the drama category included Ozark's Julia Garner for supporting actress and Jason Bateman for directing, Jodie Comer, lead actress for Killing Eve, and Billy Porter, lead actor for Pose.
We as artists are the people that get to change the molecular structure of the hearts and minds of the people who live on this planet.
In the limited series or movie category, Michelle Williams won her first Emmy, lead actress for Fosse Verdon, and Jarrell Jerome received a standing ovation as he accepted the lead actor trophy for When They See Us.
This is for the men that we know as the Exonerated Five.
Standing ovations also went to two shows that said goodbye, Game of Thrones and Veep.
I was told I would be up here alone.
No Emmys for Veep Sunday night, but Game of Thrones won a pair. Peter Dinklage won his fourth supporting actor trophy.
We literally walked through fire and ice for you, literally. And I would do it all again in a heartbeat.
And for the fourth and final time, the show was named Outstanding Drama Series.
I can't believe we finished it. I can't believe we did it. We did it all together, and it's over.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Before we get out of here today, let's check in one last time with Abby Colvin and see what our out the door forecast looks like.
This is Abby Colvin. Now let's take a look at the out the door weather. Monday through Wednesday is going to be partly cloudy. Monday there's a 15% chance of rain with a high of 90 and a low of 73. Tuesday there's a 15% chance of rain with a high of 92 and a low of 72. And Wednesday there's a 5% chance of rain with a high of 92 and a low of 71. This was Abby Colvin. Let's take it back to the news desk. Well, that's all the news we have for you today. I'm Jilian Rogers.
And I'm Shaquille Jefferson. Thank you for tuning in, and from everyone here at BIPSI, we hope you have a great day.